Pydo sets the controls and sets the ship's Starguider on a course for Elazon. Then he joins you at the bow rail for one last look at the Temple of Orido. It glows red in the light of the setting sun, but the shimmering glow is blemished by the shadows that swoop back and forth across the tiers. You assume it to just be a trick of the light until your ears are filled with the sudden and terrifying shriek. Uh-oh. You look up to see a squadron of black ring Krons swooping down on the Levitron. Oh, this seems familiar. On the backs of these leathery creatures ride red-robed Vordax, hideous servants of the Dark Lords of Helgadad. And in their skeletal hands, they wield staves of black iron which crackle with blue fire. A Kran screams past, and a stream of liquid blue flame pours from the rider's staff. If you possess the Summer Sword, I do. You deflect the stream of liquid fire with the edge of your golden blade, sending it raining down into the Danarg. Two more Krons swoop in and hover above the prow. Their riders leap onto the deck and begin attacking part of the superstructure. Stop them! Screams Pydo, drawing his sword. Stop them or we're doomed! You lean forward, you leap from the bow and run across the main deck, your sun sword raised to strike. Alright, we got two fights going on here. You must fight these creatures one at a time. They're immune to Mind Blast, but not High Surge, unless the skill of Mind Size Screen. Reduce your combat skill by 2 points for the duration of the combat. The creatures are undead, so double all endurance points lost. Alright, so I have to reduce by 2, but I'm adding by 8, so I'm going to be 13. Battle. First one is at a combat skill of 22, with an endurance of 28, a multiplier of 2. Alright, let's get it on! He's dead. Dead. Instant kill. Next one has a combat skill of 21. And a combat endurance points of 26. And a multiplier of 2. Let's get it on! It's down to 6, I'm down to 35, and he's dead. Bam! Like that. Killed them both. Proud of myself. Alright. Suddenly, more shrieking Vordax crash down on the deck. Pydo is immediately engulfed by the red-robed figures. He is outnumbered, but he fights like a with a tiger-like tenacity, his blue-bladed sword tearing deep into their loathsome bodies. You are running back across the main deck when a new danger confronts you. A Kran sleeps low across the skyship, dropping a cluster of black crystal cubes that scatter across the deck. If you have the Manichae Discipline of Divination, I do. You sense that the cubes are set to explode. Should one of them cause a tear in the Levitron's pressure tank, the liquid gas stored inside will ignite, resulting in an explosion that will tear the skyship to pieces. If you wish to gather up the black cubes and throw them overboard, yes. Or if you wish to help Pydo, yeah, I'm gonna have to throw the cubes off first or we all die. So, hang in there, Pydo. You use your sword and your teeth and you use your patented Nelson lock. That'll help. Frantically, you scramble across the deck, collecting and hurling away cubes as you go. Each cube is vibrating with an energy set to rip it apart, and as you cast the last one over the side, you see the others, many of them exploding with dull booms in the swamp far below. I should give people a bad day down there. Pydo screams for your help. A swooping Kron rider has cast a large net, smothering his body. The net is sewn with hundreds of tiny barbed hooks, which have worked their way into his skin and clothes. He cannot free himself without the hooks inflicting fearful wounds. Only one Vordak remains to confront him, but all the others have perished on his blade. But he is now unable to defend himself against the creature. He is at the mercy of a merciless foe. You scramble to your feet and rush to save him. As the Vordak creeps closer, suddenly the Kran rider reappears, gliding low across the deck before hovering over the bow. The length of thin rope dangles from the saddle, and hurriedly the Vordak threads it through the corners of the net. You race to the steps, shouting, "For Summerlund!" and launch your attack. The Vordak turns to face you, its skeletal features frozen in a mask of terror. An instant later, your weapon shears its bony neck and sends its skull-like head spinning down into the Danarg. A ghastly cry pierces your ears, as it is not a streak of pain or despair. It is a malicious caw of triumph. The Kran beats its massive wings down, and the down drop forces you to your knees as the creature climbs higher into the darkening sky. You stare aghast as the rope closes the net around Pydo and lifts him off the deck. Instinctively, you leap upwards, your hands outstretched to grab the barbed net, but it is too late. The Kran turns midair and flies off north with Pydo, wounded and helpless, swinging like a netted fish in its leathery black belly. Below its leathery black belly. Aww. Well, you almost made it to the end of the book, Pydo. Pops for being Lone Wolf's first companion to make it that far. Anger and frustration well up inside you helplessly as you watch the Kran and your captured companion disappear beyond the horizon. Gradually, your anger gives way to sadness as you ponder his fate and wonder if he will ever survive his cruel abduction. You pray for his safety, calling on the spirits of your ancestors to watch over and protect him. And, as if in answer to your prayer, you feel a sudden calm engulf your senses. The power of the lower stones transfused into your very being the instant it appeared in your hands has greatly increased your intellect and awareness. With confidence, you know that Pydo will survive his ordeal, and one day you will meet again and fight again, side by side. Ooh, foreshadowing. The return voyage to Desi is a swift but lonely journey. The Star Guider ensures that the Levitron stays on course for Elizon, and as you cross the canal which encircles the city, a pilot skyship arrives to escort you down. During the voyage, you have discovered how to control the Levitron, and now, as slowly you approach the landing platform of the Tower of Truth, you disengage the Star Guider and make a faultless landing. Lord Rimura and the High Council have gathered to greet your return, and upon hearing of your successful quest, their hopes for a future are renewed in spite of the sad news of Lord Pydo's capture by the agents of the Dark Lords. The High Council listens avidly as you recall your treacherous journey through Telestria, the perilous trek across the Danarg, and the wondrous discovery of their lost temple. When finally you have completed your account, they applaud and pay tribute to your courage and daring, their faces beaming with pride. But despite their joyous greeting, you sense that something is wrong. They seem distant, as if their minds were preoccupied with the solving of a difficult or perplexing problem. You ask Lord Rimura if all is well, and he replies, "You have grown in perception, Lone Wolf. Many things have occurred since last we spoke, and although your quest for the Lower Stone of Horaido has succeeded, the peril of our age has grown ever more deadly. The Dark Lords now rage open war throughout Magnamund, and many lands have fallen before their Gak legions. Telestria has been overrun, so too have the Stornland nations. Summerlund stands firm against the armies of the Dark Lord Nag, but she has lost her southern province of Ruanan. This shocking news fills you with an urge to return to your homeland, yet to do so would defeat the Magnakai quest. Lord Rimura bids you follow him to the chamber of the High Council. Set into the floor of the circular well is a circular well brimming with silvery liquid metal. Rimura kneels and touches the surface, and slowly a vision takes form with the shimmering depths of the pool. It is a fortified city surrounded by rolling hills. You look upon the city of Tau, in the land of Arnari, says Rimura, his voice now solemn and composed. The Lower Stone you must find next lies deep below the streets, in an ancient city that was built down during the dawn of Magnamund. The vision of Toro heralds the start of a new perilous episode of your quest for the Magnakai. If you possess the bravery and courage of a true Kai Master, or even just a fake Kai Master who's really, really good at winging it, the challenge of Tower awaits you in Book 9, the Lone Wolf series entitled The Cauldron of Fear. Yay! We completed it! Oh, we lost our companion again. Oh well, no harm done, right? That was a tough one. There was a moment there I wasn't sure we were going to make it. In any case, I will see you guys in Book 9. Take care.